Hey everybody, what's going on? I'm Squeal and Laugh, and I just wanted to talk about Taunts in Dota 2. Now, Taunts has been a feature that's been in Valve games for a little bit, at least with Team Fortress 2, and it's heavily expanded upon lately, at least recently, and Team Fortress 2 has just a huge economy now with all the sorts of different crazy cosmetics that they have, and now we already see that sort of philosophy being carried over with Dota 2. We even have freaking loading screens. So I just wanted to give a top 5 list. There's not many taunts, so it can't be a top 10 really. I wanted to make a top 5 of the best taunts in Dota 2. Okay, so I wanted to start off the list with a personal bias of mine. Juggernaut is my favorite MOBA character in any MOBAs, period. I like his kit, his lore, his color scheme, his design aesthetic, blah, blah, blah. I really enjoy this character for everything that he is. And of course, I'm gonna freaking like his taunt. The Sharp Blade taunt was a really good taunt. It's extremely mobile. Like, you can see some crazy acrobatics with the sword, with the character. It's just a lot of movement. It's very eye-catching. And of course, as a taunt, that's exactly what you want. It looks really good. And honestly, I probably would put it a little bit higher, but I do have a personal bias, so I'm just going to put it at the start of the list, and then we'll continue on. Alright guys, so at number 4, we have Crystal Maiden's Beautiful Snow Angel. And yeah, it's also eye-catching. It's got some nice little particle effects, and she is on the ground, makes a little snow angel. It's all cute and fine and dandy, but when you put it into context, okay, this is the kind of taunt that really gets people fired up, no matter how cool it looks. Teabagging, waving, spanking. There are just certain physical motions that just really get somebody's blood boiling because it makes it seem like extremely derogatory. This is a heated game. This is a game where we're taking things very seriously, and then for you to have an emote that is the exact opposite of that emotion, it's just like typing ZZZ or easy mid or something like that. It just gets people infuriated. This is one of those emotes, and for that reason, it landed itself at number 4. But coming in at number 3, we have Squint and Laugh for the Techies, and this one is actually really simple, kind of short. Techies is such a silly character. Then again, I guess you kind of expect it from this guy, right? You expect taunts from this guy. Anyways, so Squint and Laugh is pretty good because it has a lot of color. It's very vibrant, I guess, and it's explosive. I mean, come on, it's Techies. Of course you gotta have an explosive taunt. A lot of these taunts in Dota 2 are extremely simple. Sometimes even ranging just from, looking at you, anti-mage, is just like basically a movement from the hand. But Techies, you've got a lot of movement, and literally it explodes, and it just kind of makes me smile. Hopefully it makes the enemy smile, or maybe infuriate them as well, but overall I think this is a just wholesome, nice taunt for the family. Now, our number 2 taunt is actually going to be, well, kind of simple. It's really just a dance, but the way it dances is hilarious. This is going to be for Witch Doctor, and Witch Doctor already is an infuriating character. He's pretty silly, and he's pretty goofy, honestly, but he's pretty devastating if he can get his ultimate off, and that's why his ultimate is infamous, and this dance, which resembles the ultimate dance very similarly, is why this taunt works. Not only does it resemble the ultimate dance, but it's also just, it's got a lot of character. The way he shakes his stupid little face and he jiggles around, it's actually just a really hilarious animation, and even though it doesn't really have any sort of particle effects or anything to it, it still made it so far up this list just because of how silly it is and how well it matched the character. And finally, for our number 1 taunt of Dota 2 is going to be Shake Your Moneymaker for Pudge. Now, this is also another one that doesn't have any super special particle effects, but there is a nice little finish at the end where he stomps the ground. But the dance itself, the overall taunt, is pretty involved. It's a nice long taunt. Playing Pudge, if you play Pudge, you know that people are always keeping an eye out for you depending on what your animations are. They're always watching for that hook, and that's why taunts work with him. You can almost use them tactically. You can almost start a taunt and just kind of fake maybe an ultimate animation, or maybe fake him out with a hook animation and then actually throw the ability. Now, there's some really silly things that you can do with this guy, but the point is that everyone is going to be looking at Pudge. They're looking for that hook animation, and if you taunt them, it just really it messes with them. It absolutely does. So yeah, if you're playing mid Pudge, side Pudge, in the jungle Pudge, whatever you're doing, if you're playing Pudge, people are going to be looking at you, and that's the best time to taunt, especially if you just kill them, if you just devoured their corpse, butchered their corpse, and then just to shake your moneymaker right on top of them. It really hurts. Yes, this taunt kind of combines everything. I would like a little bit more particle effects in my taunts, and I hope the future will see more particle effect taunts, but for right now, the animation is just really solid and good. It's definitely above and beyond the others, even some of those with particles as we've seen in this list. So, thank you for watching. This was the top 5 Dota 2 taunts, and I think the future of taunts and the future of cosmetics, specifically towards animations and stuff like that, I think what we could probably imagine is more particle effect stylings, especially as we see with some of the cosmetics and the skins and the armors. We're getting a lot more particle effects, a lot more flashiness, and I know a lot of people want to keep sort of the heart and soul of Dota 2. It's not too silly, it's not too outrageous, but I still think that we are going to get more out there, more fantastic armors, and hopefully it's going to carry over to cosmetics such as, well, taunts. I want to see that, and I would like to see things things such as maybe death screen portraits being animated in a special way. Maybe we could have even a death screen audio. So whenever you kill somebody, they hear a certain music being played, like an APB reloaded, or maybe they see a certain portrait animation, because already they see our portrait, our character portrait whenever we kill them. It shows who killed them. So it'd be really cool if that person in the portrait could maybe do a little dance or something as a taunt. I could see stuff like that. I mean, if we have loading screens, we can have anything. So the sky's the limit here. And if you guys want to talk about it in the comments below, please let us know. Thanks for watching, guys. Like and subscribe if you want to keep seeing more videos, especially like this one, and I'll see you again next time.
So thanks for watching. Be sure to leave this video a like, subscribe. You can find us on Twitter. _ Mark McDonald, NWC
no one wants to hear that shit.
No, they want to hear it. This is the first time they've made it all.
They do.
No one wants to hear it. Everyone's like, oh, that was a really cool video. And then at the end, they're like, you know don't forget to subscribe. And everyone's like, oh, come on.
I tweet essentially to an open, empty room.